y'all, this is Road to Perfection, and on to Group C, and these are baby Anons. And when I was like a baby Anon, I was that one who like tried to be BFFs with all the big Anons, and a lot of them accepted me. And so I made like met cool people that way, and so I try and be friendly to all the little newborn Anons because you never know how cool they might end up being. Like, I'm sure people are like, why was I ever nice to her? This girl is psychotic. But, hopefully it'll work out better for me. Hopefully I'll, like, be like, wow, I'm really glad I was nice to her when she had, like, 10 followers because now she's, like, super popular and we're besties. If any of that made sense. Alright, so, I don't know any of these people well. And some of them were in my favorites video, but they're going to get to be in both. Even though I said you're not going to be in both, these people get to be in both. Alrighty, first, Hunter Queen, aka A Circuit Class. I absolutely adore her. I love her @name. And her Abby, I already talked about this, like her Abby in her cover photo, I'm pretty sure in her bio it says that it's her, and if it is, I'm obsessed with that horse. So, okay, we're gonna be best friends one day. Alrighty. Next is Pretty and Parlantes, aka at AA Circuit. I don't want to say double A Circuit because I don't want people to get confused. It's AA Circuit. I wrote in my little notes section on this chart my main hoe. But not really. She's a very classy girl, and I absolutely adore her. She's one of my best friends. Like, whenever I have a problem, she's one of the first people I go to. And she just listens, and she trusts me with all of her little dirty secrets. They're not that dirty. And I appreciate that. I like to feel trusted. Alrighty. Next is Equestrian OCD, and I absolutely love your name. Like, you need to tweet, like, hashtag Equestrian OCDs. I think that should be your little thing. And that would make me love you because I understand the Equestrian OCD thing. Alrighty. Next is Top of the Line, and aka at TBWB Jumper. I like your @name because everyone's like, thoroughbreds are better than warm bloods, and people are like, warm bloods are better than thoroughbreds, and it's like, stop. Like, honestly, I know some pretty spectacular thoroughbreds, and then I know some really crappy warm bloods. Like, honestly, it all depends. It all depends on the horse and the training and the riding. And so I like your name because you're like best of both worlds. You're like Team Switzerland and the warm blood versus thoroughbred debate. So good for you. Alright, next is Zone 7 Probs. And I like your @name because you actually spelled out problems, if I wrote this down correctly, and I like when people do that. I don't know why, I just do. And you have like less than 100 followers, according to my little chart. So that's a problem. So everyone needs to go follow her because she's adorable. Like, I love talking to her, and we haven't really talked often, but we have talked enough to where I can say I enjoy talking to her. Alright, next is Shit Horseanon Say and Shit Equestrian Say, and they sort of go hand in hand together. And they're just funny people. Like, I'm not funny. And people, like, think I'm funny, but I don't. And these two people are honestly hilarious. And so everyone should go follow them if they aren't already, which they probably aren't already, so do it. Alrighty, next is all-around riders. I don't really know anything about all-around riding. I don't know what that term entails. So you should hit me up and explain it because I like to be like a well-rounded person. I like to know what I'm talking about in lots of different areas. And I feel like that might surprise some people. Some people probably think I'm like that dumb brat who just shows up and has horses handed to her pre-tacked up and all that. And I sort of am, but I know a lot about horses, and I like to know a lot about other disciplines because sometimes you'll have a problem and it's like something from like another discipline where you're like, oh, hey, I bet I could try this, and it works. So I think it's good to be well-rounded. I've said that word a lot. So, all-around riders, you should talk to me about that. Alright, next is Equestrian Life, aka Judge Me Rider. I don't really know what you are, like, I don't know who you are. I don't think I've ever talked to you, and so you should fix that. I don't bite. Just hit me up and be like, hey, what's up? How's your day been? And I will greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you. And as long as you're polite, I will not be unpolite back. Even if you're rude, I probably won't be rude back. So do that. Alright, next is Relatable Equestrian. And we had this discussion earlier in my favorites video where I was like, I thought she was big Anon, but apparently she's not, and that's really awkward. And so everyone should go follow her because Relatable Equestrian, like, hello. And I think she's great. Next is Grip and Ride, aka just_ride_it. I don't think we've ever talked before. I can't remember if you wanted to be in this or if, no, I'm pretty sure you did. I might have had an ask request for you, but we've never really talked. And so, like I said, fix that. And you know what? I'm gonna make a second opinion video for all these people that I'm putting in this video after we talk eventually. And so I have more accurate things to say. Alrighty, next is Rider Dreams. And again, like, all I have in my little notes section is you follow me and I follow you, and I don't really know a lot about you. And Rider Dreams, what are your dreams as a rider? I really need to just sit still. I don't know why I keep moving back and forth. So, yeah. I follow you so you can message me and get to know me, and then I'll have a better opinion of you. Alright, next is Canadian Eck, and she's another one where I was like, big Anon, oh, awkward, no. And we had this whole little, I talked about Canada and wanting to learn about Canadians and Canadian riding, so she's cool, go follow her. I should pick, like, a bunch of, like, random, what I classify as newborn Anons, and when they all get to, like, 1,000, I should do, like, a twerking video. Actually, no, because if that happens, I don't want to have to make a twerking video, because I'm the definition of a white girl, and I cannot twerk. I've never tried, and we're not going to go down that road. Alright, next is Back to Riding, aka Diary of an Eck. You were really sweet last night. We talked a little. I always like it when people acknowledge that I follow them, either through a message or a little tweet. And I'm pretty sure you were like, you're my Twitter idol. I've never been told I was someone's idol, so that felt really good. So thank you. And you make me smile for like a solid 5 minutes if that was you. And then I like went to put you in this because I had a couple requests on my ask, and I couldn't find you, but then I saw you tweeting like 20 minutes later, so I don't know if you're going to see this, but I hope you do. Alright, next is No Rider Got Time for This. For that, sorry. And I already discussed her in my favorites video. She's just great. Like, the people who get to be in this video and either my besties or favorites videos, like, they're really great, and that really implies you should be following them. But she's just hilarious. Like, it's basically the story of my life. Alright, next is Bays and Grays. And you're really sweet, and we Snapchat, and I really like you. And you only have like 100 followers, and I think that's a really big problem. So everyone should go follow her and get to know her, because I can't talk, I'm sorry, because she is just adorable. Like, I don't want to think of, like, you know that pony kid who's not really, like, you don't really think of them as a pony kid, like, you just think they're a cool person in general. Yeah, that's her. If that made sense. I didn't mean to, like, call you, like, a pony kid, if that offended you. Alright, next is Typical Horse Girl. She's another one where I was like, oh, she's a big Anon. Oh, no, not a big Anon. And I really like her. Like, okay, I'm sorry, my boots are, like, rubbing on my chair. Typical Horse Girl. And I really like her. When she has her little typical horse girl tweets, I'm like, yeah. I know there's like Common Equestrian, and so it's sort of like a copycat account, but whatever. Like, if we have as many like rider probs accounts as we do, we can have a couple repeats when it's something like typical horse girl. I'm just gonna put that one out there. Alright, next is Badass Jumper. And I already talked about her. She doesn't even have 100 followers when I checked this earlier today, so y'all better go follow her. Y'all riders got time for that. Y'all riders got a lot of time to go read X Sweet Brown's tweets. And, okay, so, next is Sugar Probs. And I don't really know you, but I do like your Abby and your cover pics. So good for you, because I don't like a lot of people, so I'm like, But I like yours. Like, I liked it enough to make a note. And I don't think we've ever talked, so you should remedy that. And yeah. Alrighty, next is Polo Pony Represent. You were a request, I remember that. And I don't think we've ever talked, but Polo, like, I think that's really cool, so you should talk to me about Polo sometime. Like, just randomly message me and be like, do you want to learn about Polo today? And I'll be like, of course. And you can teach me about Polo. Alright, next is On the Bitch. I don't really know how I should, like, go with that, but her @name is Dunbitch if you want to follow her. And I adore her. Like, seriously, her actual name is, like, I thought that was pretty clever. Good for her. And, yeah, I've never really talked to her. I think I have talked to her, and I thought she was really sweet, but I'm not entirely sure. So I think we should all give her a chance. Alright, next is Ranch Probs. You were a request in my ask, and then I think you wanted to be in it, and I've never talked to you. Like, I think I saw you in my ask inbox, and I had never seen you before, and I looked you up. Like, I thought someone just, like, put the wrong name down, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, awkward, I'm not even following her. And I follow everyone and their mother's uncle's cousin twice removed, so that was really surprising to me. So I followed you, and we should get to know each other. Alrighty, next is Equine Life, aka The Equine Ways, @The Equine Waves. And you seem sweet. I don't really know you, so you should talk to me. And I'm pretty sure you just wanted to be in this video like a minute ago, but I think there is a request for you in my ask because you're higher up on the list, because I'm pretty sure you just said, hey, can I be in this recently? Alright, jumping to Blue, we talked about her, and really, y'all, like, she's one of my best friends. She's absolutely gorgeous. Her ponies are adorable. She's genuinely the nicest person I've ever met. Like, people, like, tell me, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so nice, and I'm like, learned it all from her. So, go follow her and learn how to be nice. Because we need more nice people on Twitter. Next is QH Youth Kid. I've never talked to you, and I'm pretty sure you wanted to be in this. It might have been an ask request. I should have made a note of that. Whatever. And, never talked to you before. But I think you're a really cool kid, and, like, from the, like, 2 tweets I looked at from you. So you should talk to me, and talk to me about what a quarter horse youth kid does, and what your problems are. Alright, next is the Equestrian Queen, and that is @the_ek_queen. Okay, so I like your cover and your Abby pictures. Good for you. Again, like I said, I don't always like people's choices. And we follow each other, but I don't think we've ever really talked. So we should go ahead and fix that. Alrighty. Next is Nautical Nonsense. We talked about this. Her name is Nautical Nonsense. Go follow her, or else I'm really judging you. Can I name my next horse that? Nautical Nonsense. Like, that won't even be its show name. That'll be, like, its barn name, like, every day. Nautical Nonsense, come here, dear. Alrighty. Guy Equestrians, we already discussed. Oh no, we haven't. That is the next group. He will be in my Group D video also. He's new and he seems really sweet. So, oh, my boot is really annoying me. Sorry. He seems really sweet, and so I think we should all go follow him and give him a chance and introduce him into the world of Twitter. Alright. And then A Circuit Sass. Okay, you know what? Little Miss Thing, I have seen you tweeting non-stop the past 2 days. And you waited until like literally 10 minutes ago to ask me in my videos. But, you know what? You're one of my favorite A Circuit Anons. So, I put you in it. And I don't really consider you like a newborn Anon. There are a couple where I don't really consider them newborn Anons. But, whatever. I consider like under like 500, like under 500 to 750 followers. I should explain how I like mentally classify Anons by followers. Yeah, not tonight. I'm too tired to think about that. Alright, and then Miracles and Saddles. You mentioned some cute foreign boys. And so even though like you were like, hey, can I be in this video? Literally last minute, I decided to go with it. You know what? I'm like calling all these people out on like waiting until 5 minutes to get asked to be in the videos. Y'all don't even know how bad of a procrastinator I am. Alrighty. I'm just gonna look through this really quickly and make sure I got everyone. Oh, Bad Girl Equestrians, we talked about it. She's sort of new, and I feel like some people are like, oh, wow, she's a bit of a bitch. But you know what? We all can be bitchy, so just own it. Like, she owns the fact she is a bitch. Good for her. So go follow her. Alrighty. Oh, and here is another one. Hunter Jumper Props. I feel like there has been a lot of drama surrounding you lately. I don't really pay attention to that little group. Like, not like in a negative way, I just don't really interact with any of y'all. But you wanted to be in my video, and you said something that sort of hurt my feelings. You were like, don't put me in if you're gonna be mean. And I don't, like, you don't think I'm a mean person, and I'm addressing everyone. Like, I genuinely don't want anyone to think I'm a mean person. And so I was really worried when she was like, don't put me in if you're just gonna be mean. Like, I don't want to ever come across as like, I'm just gonna be a total bitch. So, I don't know her well, so I guess we could get to know each other. But I just wanted to, like, say that, like, I was really concerned. I was like, I hope I don't come across as the kind of person where I would put something negative in an opinion video. You know, we all, like, honestly, I forgot to make some notes and I'm really tired, so I'm like forgetting to talk about it. There are some people, and I feel like they're watching this like, I don't like you. Why am I in your video? You know what? Honestly, those are like the people where I'm like, I'd rather not. Like, and it's just because they don't like me, and it makes me uncomfortable when people don't like me, because I just want to be friends with everyone, and I get really, like, friendly when it's late. I don't really know why. So I hope all that made sense, but I just wanted to say that, like, if I ever come across as a bitch, like, please feel free to call me out on it and be like, yo, ho. And, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and upload this video. Telly's been really obnoxious right now. I'm not happy with Telly. And then do my male Anon opinion video. And like I assumed, the others video isn't going to happen tonight. Might not ever happen. So I'm sorry. I will try and get it done. Let me know if you requested to be in this and you weren't in any of them, and so I was probably going to put you in the others video just for time or whatever reason, and if you really want one, because I will get around to doing another one eventually. Alrighty.